my song of the year so far, I think there's been a couple of really decent tracks this year. A lot of them actually. Some of them came in rather late. Some of them, pretty early. But I think the default response from a lot of people, and you will agree, because that song is just absolutely amazing. It has to be, do I need to say it? Is there going to be a backdrop of, before I talk, you already played the song so that you just see it? Ozeba, Ozeba by Rema of his body work. Why? First off, it was very experimental, but also it was very catchy. I don't care about too many, musical jargons. The sound, the vocal dexterity, the beats, the piano, afrobeats. If it sounds great to me, if you play it at a club, if you play it outside, you play it on the radio, and it's just popping, I love it. It's okay for me. And this year, I think of all the records that have, dropped, they've been pretty nice. But Ozeba takes, top of the pile.
My best song for this year. Oh my God, my perspective, not analytical, not based on streams, right? Not all of that, views. My best song. Oh my goodness. I mean, easily for me, my opinion, not yours. Mine is Favorite Girl, period. Yes.
That's Darko.
Yeah, Darko and Rema, Favorite Girl. They aced it, awesome collabo. Didn't see it coming. Also leveled up Darko's own music catalog as well. So for me, it's Favorite Girl.
That's nice. So why that song?
It's a great song. It's a party song. I don't like songs that down the energy. It's hyper. A lot of songs that we have now are very cool, very low. But not all the songs, but a lot of songs. So that's why I like Favorite Girl. It's a party song, so hey. And it's a girl vibe. It's a girl anthem. So it's Favorite Girl.
What a year, man. What a year.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
So, what's your song of the year so far?
Song of the year so far, man. I feel like 2024, while a lot happened, a lot didn't happen at the same time. I don't think the musical landscape really changed much this year in terms of like new artists, but the existing ones, the OGs, they ate this year. I mean, talking about Thames, Arya Starr, Rema, Fireboy, Ashake, Victoni. This is definitely that year. But for me, a couple of favorites for me. I think I can narrow down my favorite songs. That's the songs, right? Not the albums.
No, just songs.
Just the songs, right?
Just the songs.
Okay, so I can narrow it down to 3, but to now pick one of the 3 is what's kind of difficult. All the songs that come out this year, I think Love Me Jeje by Thames really stood out. Kuku Gugulam by Two-Face. I didn't expect to enjoy that song so much, but I did. And of course, Ozeba by Rema, or Villain by Rema. Now to pick of these 4 songs, that's where we'll have problem.
You have to pick one.
Man, my favorite song this year, If I'm to narrow it down again, it's between Ozeba and Villain. Can I stop there, please?
No, you have to pick one, bro.
Okay, favorite song this year, Villain by Rema.
Why that song?
Kai. First of all, he sampled my goat, Lana Del Rey. That, if anyone knows me, for the past 15 to 10 years, my favorite artist has been Lana Del Rey. So let's not talk about the fact that I'm extremely happy that he sampled her, but his attack on that beat, the production, it is too disrespectful. If you hear Rema rapping on Villain, everything about that song to me is next level. It's next level Afrobeats, next level Nigerian music. So between Villain and Ozeba, I feel like Rema really restarted the game. He showed us what's possible in terms of the sonic appeal that we can really bring to Afrobeats with Pidgin, with his, exotic flows. Everything about that piece of work or that body of work is next level.
What's your song of the year?
Ha!
For the year 2024?
What kind of question is that? Are you trying to set me up or something? I mean, there are a lot of great music out there this year. Somehow, Afrobeat artists just came out with this style, the infusion of Fuji and great lyrics, catchy melodies. I don't know, but this year, like every song that came out, I am totally in love with. And being a DJ, I can barely stand on one and say this is my favorite song. But I think This is tough. I think there's that one song that I really like that captivated me from the first time I heard it, and that's Mood by Ashake. I love that song so much, like so much. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite song. I'm not gonna say it's the best song ever, but to be honest, I love that song so much. And it's speaking for the public. Being a DJ and the fact that I have played at events, I can say there are other two songs that I can call songs of the year from people's perspective, and that I would say is Akpala Disco, DJ Tunes, Wizkid featuring who's that again? Wizkid, Terry Akpala, DJ Tunes, yes, exactly. And then another one is Ozeba Rema. You see those two songs, when you jam them anywhere, like just know that when you're going to play on your set, those two songs must come in on your set. And once you just play those songs, don't worry, you have turned up the crowd. So I can call them songs of the year too. Yeah. Thank you.
To the next question. That's your album of the year.
That one no fear now. That is not hard. When you see me, you know. FC, we stand Gidigba, Mariah all the way. I love Mariah. Like, I mean, Wizkid is, the guy is iconic. The way he goes about his music, the production, the lyrics, the melodies, the cultural representation, there's just something special about him, and he doesn't come out with trash. And this time around, Morayo did it totally 100. See, if I see Wiz, you know, we say normally the guy go snub me. I feel, he did wine. But I love Morayo so much. Great album, respect.
That's very difficult too. So I have a variety of songs in my mind. When I was in the background, I was thinking about it, but you know, first off, let's start from the most recent, right? First off, Fikon Wiko, holy smokes, right? A jam and a half. I don't even want to try and enter into that Rema's part because I would absolutely show you that I cannot sing to save my life. But Fikon Wiko is up there, pull off of, you know, that R&B album was phenomenal as well. Risk started my year for me officially. I don't know what's going on there. Depending on my mood, Favorite Girl as well, because Favorite Girl to a large extent was a love song, but you also get weary for it. That's the remix, by the way. And Ozeba, when I'm in a party mood, when I want to hype, when I want to get the energy up. What would I say my favorite song of the year currently would be? Oh yes, and don't forget, is it Last Heartbreak song? Ira Star and Giveon. Yeah. That was a jam and a half as well. So I would say my favorite song of the year is probably Fikon Wiko. It's a jam and a half. There's no mood that it doesn't fit for me. So yeah, Fikon Wiko is probably my favorite song of the year.
Why is there anything particular about the song that you like?
Benson's melodies and the way that is Rema. I think Rema did amazing things this year. Holy smokes, like this year, that entire Maven in general, what they did, you know, the kind of music that they released, the albums that we saw from them, both like them, Rema, Don Jazzy, you know, what's his name, Johnny Drill, Ira Star. We saw them release not just jams, but bodies of work that were mind-blowing this year. So yeah, anything that the Mavens touched this year was absolute gold. And then Benson, I really don't think that Benson has a bad song, to be honest. So when you bring Rema and you bring Benson together, it was bound to happen, can I say?
So let's move to the next question. I think I can guess your answer.
You can guess. Yeah, I'm either predictable. I'm a Nigerian politician.
How about your album of the year so far?
No, come on now. Again, there've been a couple of really lovely albums. There's been, safe to say Mariah just dropped, but it's pretty nice. There is, what else has dropped? Lungu Boy. The year I turned 21, that is a really lovely album. And I think before the album dropped, Ira was saying she was carrying Afrobeat on her back. And you know, if you listen to the album, you understand why she said that. There's also, what else? There's his, a couple other decent projects that dropped this year. But without any bias, without any ulterior motive, it just plain and simple, you know, his HIF, I'm that father figure. You know now. I feel like, sometimes we pretend a lot in this company or industry. We know the answer to the question, but we just act as though we do not know. And the truth has to be said. And his project is by far, you could have your own opinion, I couldn't care less, but according to me, Radio Rockstar, his album is the best album this year, 2024.
Album of the year. Do we get options? Because I think Ashake for me. Like, I really like Ira Star's 21 and Dangerous or something. But yeah, for me, it's Ashake. Because that's, when I think of that album, I remember a lot of songs from it. That's the major thing. A lot of songs from that album started to trend. So I think, yeah, for me, it's Ashake.
So you're picking
Mr. Money.
Or just a Lungu boy.
Yeah, Lungu Boy, that one. I did some Rema, some Ashake. I blended it up.
That should be easy.
I mean, it's kind of easy because when you hear Ozeba, when you hear Villain, but let it not go without saying that I really appreciated what Thames did with Burning and Love Me Ginger. I think if I'm going to call my favorite singles, I'm going to add Burning to that list too. It's like the kind of thing I would cry to every day. You know what I mean? So, favorite album is now between Thames' body of work and He Is by Rema. What's the name of Thames' album again?
Born in the Wild.
No, Born in the Wild, yes. So, but please, let's not talk too much. He Is. Look at the titular track and the Swahili. Is it Swahili or what language did they use in the background to chant the chorus? Ha! Years from now, they will. He is, not Hayes now.
That's what he says.
Hayes.
It's supposed to be a Greek word.
He's, okay. Heis by Rema. That's my favorite album of the year. Years from now, they will ask us what album or what body of work was a turning point in Nigerian music, in the Nigerian music industry. And then we will tell them that Rema did madness with He Is. Y'all might not see it now, y'all might have divergent opinions, but trust me, history would have it on record that what Rema did with He Is. Oh yeah, no.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's it.
That one no fear now. That is not hard. When you see me, you know. FC, we stand Gidigba. Mariah all the way. I love Mariah. Wizkid is, the guy is iconic. The way he goes about his music, the production, the lyrics, the melodies, the cultural representation, there's just something special about him, and he doesn't come out with trash. And this time around, Morayo did it totally 100. See, if I see Wiz, we say normally the guy go snub me. I feel, he did wine. But I love Morayo so much. Great album, respect.
People are going to come for me for this one. But album of the year wise, that's very difficult. That's very, very difficult. For me, my two favorite albums that were released this year have to have been The Year I Turned 21 and Haze by Rema. The Year I Turned 21 because it was a coming of age thing. I personally feel like Ira Star explored more themes for her personality. Woman Commando, Last Heartbreak Song, just so many songs that showed multiple facets of who Ira Star is. And then, of course, we can't eulogize that album enough because I do feel like it's a turning point in Afrobeats, and I feel like he's doing something magical. So between these two sides, I would probably say He's, because I feel like that album, just off of the cultural significance of that album itself and the experimentality, I don't know if that's right, but the experimental nature of the album I don't know, man. It's an album that I would listen to if I was at home. It's an album I would listen to at a party. It's an album I would listen to if I was driving down, Uzumbambaji Way at 12 a.m. It just fits. There's something for everybody on the album, so I'll say He's by Rema. Yeah, that's my favorite album of the year.
Thank you. It's nice. Oh, right.
Personally, there are a few jams off of Mariah that I feel like are instant hits, and then there are jams that I feel like people are going to need to warm to. The same way in Made in Lagos, and then More Love, Less Ego, there are more than, in fact, the majority of the project, the vast majority of the public didn't really get it. If you're not FC, you wouldn't get it in the first listen. But then when you give it time, it usually, just literally creeps up on you. I feel like Mariah is that kind of album. And then considering the introspective nature of Mariah itself, it's almost like, okay, so personally, I feel like it's very emotional as an album itself because of the story behind it. And the fact that, Wiz lost his mom and all of that. So I don't know what's going on here, but I will say but I will say that Mariah itself, as a body of work, is a phenomenal. And what is doing on the charts, bro? It's already breaking records. So yeah, you can't discount it. You can't. The haters can't discount it. Mariah is a big album. It is what it is.